Welcome everyone to my new price prediction video presentation for Polkadot cryptocurrency. In a very good market shape, we're about to begin entering in December 2023, looking for seeing some great numbers. For some reasons, it's not amongst biggest gainers or trending right now, but Polkadot sits very well on the charts. On the daily candlesticks, we do have the ability to hold on a very important level, and I'm going to talk about the details very soon, making sure you are first familiar with the ability for you guys to join my one-on-one coaching program. For those of you that are serious about this business and value education, believe it's important to be part of a program that is dedicated and it's intensive, make sure to check out this page and look forward to it. I'm going to talk about in details at the end of the video, along the way with the completely done for you trading with our ChatGPT bot. No prior fee, only commission from profits we have achieved, and it's very simple and straightforward. By the way, you can have a free call with me on Calendly that you can schedule yourself. So let's talk about Polkadot and see what is the outcome of the current situation. One very good sign basically is today's market movement and yesterday's one. We do have two significant candlesticks out there that are not only standing out, but they form a minor higher low. This minor higher low is not basically located somewhere in the middle of nowhere. It's actually located around the lower side of the cloud of the anchored volume weighted average price. Now when that happens, is basically triggering buying pressure, bullish signs, and a great market condition to push towards the median line of the anchored volume weighted average price. The median line is that blue line right there we have, which is right now mixing up with the golden pocket resistance. That mixture right there is going to trigger heavy pressure. But the good part is we are pretty much far away percentage-wise from that resistance, somewhere around 20%. Not to be scared about, not to consider that Polkadot is not having for the future the ability to cross that and fight with the $8 mark, which is also a heavy resistance area from the past. Plus, it is the top of the cloud as well. So we are having certain difficulties at those levels, which would be normal after increases, especially from today, let's say 50%. It's normal basically to face some selling pressure after you are increasing 50%, just like it has been normal to face a selling pressure after we have been increasing 62% right there. And I would say that the retracement energies that have been put together for Polkadot of 19% have been minor. A lot of you have been expecting a little more, hoping to get a touch on the trending line, and it has been front run. So this is beautiful, guys. When the front run happens, which means that the traders that are market makers and the exchanges are not allowing the ability to buy at the greatest and safest and easiest trade ever, they are aiming for a front run, which is happening exactly for the purpose of the market continuation. They don't want you to be part of the move, right? So the markets are not allowed to go into a sector where a lot of the traders would know that it's a great buy-in. They would actually trigger a buying energy a little bit earlier before reaching that sector in order not to have those traders on board and take their money. It's simple. Why is it like that? Well, simply when you leverage trade and when you deal with the markets like that, you're actually fighting against the exchange. So you need to understand that not every time, and most of the cases, I would say the exchange is aiming forward having you getting liquidated or having you getting stopped out, making sure you're not going to take the resources on a 10x, 20x position that you might do with leverage. This is costing basically the market and the exchange quite a lot. Now, considering the ability to front run because of the volume they have and ability to push that volume on the markets, it sounds like they are aiming basically for a strong continuation, which is actually the only time they are front running great spots of entry. These great spots of entries are determined basically on technicals. If they're known by me and by you, they are known by them as well. If they know that this is a great spot, generally speaking, to enter, then they can basically avoid that, right? And push the markets a little quicker in the right direction where it's needed. At the end of the day, it is a great sign knowing that it comes in as a confirmation that the market is having much more probabilities and potential to go upwards than downwards from that level, which is why basically right now the space is trying to continue upwards. The only trouble, the only discussion, the only difficulties we have is with BTC. If this coin right here is going to break the environment, is going to have a decrease of 7-8% out of the blue suddenly like that, based on external factors, or simply based that some kind of whales are putting their hands together and they're dumping on the market, this is going to cause a reversal basically in the market situation for the altcoins. A reversal that we would not love to see, a reversal which is not going to allow us to portray the numbers like we're portraying today. So unfortunately right now, if BTC market is basically dumping, altcoins will follow the dump. If BTC market stagnates, altcoin will continue increasing. If BTC is going upwards, altcoin markets will pump aggressively. So this is the great sign. Now, the best version used to be around the past weeks when Bitcoin has been stagnating and allowing basically for the volume to be focused on altcoins. We didn't increase that much in the alts when BTC was aggressively going upwards because it was taking the spotlight. And this is going to repeat whenever we have Bitcoin following with the spotlight, movements above 5% in a day, movements near to 7, 8, 9% in a day. It's hard basically for the altcoins during the very same moment to follow up. What are they usually doing is leaving a bit of a gap and delayed in the price action, and they are basically recovering after a little period of time, which could be 1 to 2 days, forcing basically the market situation like that. Whatever happens with Bitcoin during those times. Beautiful. Now, this is the current scenario, guys, and we are not looking bad at all for Polkadot, especially for future price action. And the two encircled areas would be the next targets, 6.5, 6.8 up to $8. These are the two levels I would actually aim for because of the ability for the space to sort of complete a very strong extension. Even though right now we look like a nice bull flag, we have started this particular part, but we are not anywhere near to be at the half of the process or in the second part of the process where things are going to become risky. Which is that? Well, it's like comparing to the first structure, which looks like that. If you take that and you put it right there, I mean, that is the place that is going to be quite risky for the average guy out there to trade on a leverage long position Polkadot, because, you know, when the market have already moved, and I'm measuring from the bottom, 79%, you know, things can very easily decrease 15-20% from there in 1 or 2 days. And if you're out there on leverage on a 5x, 20%, that's exactly 100% on your margin. So this is, you know, obviously not really possible to be digested unless you increase your margin and allow more space basically for that trade to go downwards. However, when we talk about leverage, it's important to know that the futures markets on derivatives are type of products that necessitates very comprehensive knowledge in terms of trading. Obviously, the amount of money you can make there is not comparable on what you can make on the spot. Such as if you make on the spot in a year 200%, on the leverage you make 2000% or more. Because of the leverage, specific product offers you the ability to get yourself speed up during the whole process. And actually those resources basically are offered by the exchange. Like you just say, I have a $1,000 margin, I want to trade with 5 grand, I'm going to go with a 5x leverage, and I'm trading basically with an extra $4,000 that I don't need to have in my account, and simply said, I'm just taking it from the exchange straight away like that without any issues by paying a very, very small funding fee every 8 hours as long as I have my position active. Other than that, to open up the trade, I need to pay basically the, you know, opening fees and all that stuff. But other, you know, it's basically simple. That's a different discussion. That's right, it's correct, and it's about a different topic. So Polkadot, that's where it sits, and this is what it does. I would completely categorize it as in a very, very good shape of continuation, especially on the things that have happened so far and in the way we have been portraying numbers on the market. BTC also sits at a very limit and it has great chances of breaking out. Needs that little volume out there, couple of tens of millions of dollars trigger at the same time, and then the whole move is going to push. There will be, traders that will jump on board by doing a breakout trading, and the ones that are, shorting the markets, looking for the dump and so on, they will be, wiped out, and their volume is going to be used to generate pressure upwards. So that's pretty much all on the topic. Looking forward to it. Have a good time. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll talk to you soon.